Okay, what's good, guys? It's been a long time since I made anything, or I tried attempting to make a video when nobody watches it. The sun's out, it's bright as fuck. I don't feel like showing it because everybody. I'm not about to make myself blind. I'll show you what it looks like right now. It's hot for almost 8 months now. Prior to that, I was stationed in Fort Bliss, Texas, for 3 years, 3.5 years at the end of this year, that is. And I'm on a so-called deployment. Now, during my 8 years, it's been an interesting time. For those who don't know, I'm in the United States Army.
With a dub on me, once on the spot, bitch, tug on me. I can't be told with no handguns unless the bitch come with a gun. I can't be fucking these dog hoes unless the bitch come with a flood.
And I've been in for almost 4 years. Okay, so like besides all that, I've been on this deployment. It's supposed to be a year-long deployment, but I only been here for 8 months, and I might come back early, I might not. I don't know. In my unit, we ain't gonna speak on that. But besides all that, I was gonna tackle a few topics, things like that. So my experience in Bahrain was bittersweet. It was not that bad. In the beginning, when I got here, it was New Year's Day, so it was a lot cooler. It was warm, but it was a lot cooler. It wasn't hot. It was amazing. We didn't really get to do much for 2 months because, like I said, I'm in the Army. I'm in a certain unit that was just on some bullshit, to be honest. Like, let's just be real. They on some bullshit. As far as the other branches, the Navy and the Marines is out here. The Navy seems like they got it the best. We're not the NSA because the NSA is the actual duty station. I'm somewhere else, so I can't disclose that location. If I was stationed or if I was at the NSA, it'd probably been a better experience considering it's in the middle of downtown.
Oh, let me take a picture.
Y'all turn like y'all ain't never been up a house before. Phenomena, or I don't know how you pronounce it. That's in the middle of the city. I'm outside the city, and that's all I can say. So with them and then the Marines, they don't really have a life like that out here. Everybody's purpose out here, besides the Army. That's so cool. The Army does not do flight lines. We do not have jets. We do not have none of those things. My unit's out here for a different reason, and I feel like it's purposeless. And at this point, what I will say is, for my unit, this is going to be our last rotation. My experience was bittersweet. With my unit, it's a whole different topic. But outside of this deployment, outside of my unit, this deployment was not that bad. It's different. It took me a while to get used to the time zones. It took a while to get used to the environment. It's not that bad. I mean, for vacation purposes, maybe. To visit, it'll be fun. But permanently live here, for me, nah, I wouldn't permanently live here. Maybe if I was a civilian contractor, I'd probably give it a try. But besides all that, nah, I wouldn't live here. That's just my personal opinion. If you ever see other videos, you might have different videos. I just say, just come here and just have an open mind. So next discussion. How do I feel about my unit here? Like, my unit here just sucks. That's no questions. But like, deploying here, my unit, I was disappointed that I was nice enough to feel great to get an extra check or two because it's an 11-month deployment. With my unit, it was just some bullshit. That's what the downside was. The upsides is I've been to another country. I never did that before. I lived in another country. I did that before. I lived there for free. I'm getting paid to do it, and that's just what it is. I get to go places. I got to do go-kart stuff. I got to do the jet skis. I got to do the indoor skydiving. I did the escape room. We went to the malls. We went to the camel farm, the tree of life. We did all of that nice stuff. It was fun. That's the brightening part of Bahrain. The downside is I'll deploy with the Army. The Army's not all that bad. It's just in my unit. And I don't care to be in my unit any longer. And the next time they will deploy, they're not coming back here anyway. And when they do, I'm not gonna be with them whores. I'm gonna be So that's all I can speak on that. But Bahrain as a whole, now what I will say about Bahrain is hot in the summertime. So here's the informatives on Bahrain. Like in the beginning, it's cool. It's not super hot. It's warm. It's a humid country, but not in the beginning. But then, like around April, May time frame, it starts the heat to pick up. The heat starts to pick up. Excuse me. So it'd be like 80 something, 90 degrees maybe. It's typical warm weather like in the summertime back in the States. And then like around June, July-ish, the heat picks up around the 90s. It stays in the 90s, and the humidity starts to pick up a little bit. Because I know when I came back from leave back in July, the humidity picked up a little bit, and all these, I don't know what it is about Bahrain, but these houseflies get crazy. And they just start freaking out, and they just start like aggravating people like how they do back in the States. But these flies is disrespectful. Just like the one that flew in my room 10 minutes ago. Besides that, around the August time frame, the weather gets a little bad. Like the heat picks up some more, so we're in triple digits. The humidity gets stronger, and it stays like that the whole entire day, even at night. The humidity might go down, but it's still humid. Some days it be humid, some days it don't. Some days it be super hot, some days it don't, and some days it be both. You just never know. That's just what it is with Bahrain's weather. The culture is okay. The people are all right, but then they're somewhat weird and somewhat rude. The civilians that work on this post that I'm at, they're all right. Now the contractors, the civilians that work and do the construction and shit, I don't know. They're not the same as the people that work on post. Besides that, during the Ramadan season, Ramadan was not that bad to me, but it was like we couldn't do too much because during the day, you know how Ramadan is. We couldn't do too much. We couldn't eat. They get mad if we eat in front of them, even if you drink water or chewing gum. The government here is different. Like we might not celebrate. Some people might not celebrate Ramadan. Some people might not even practice the religion of Islam. But it's mandatory because this is the country that does Islam, and it's very informative. If you learn about it, it's a very interesting religion. But at the same time, it's not my kind of religion. It's not for me. At the same time, it's something to learn. And lastly, after Ramadan, it gets better. Now, around the city, the traffic is okay, but like during lunch and on down to the evening time, especially on the weekends, like Friday, the traffic sucks. It sucks bad. Like, it sucks bad. Especially like in the downtown area, east of town. Well, we're prohibited from going to east of town because it's the poor side. But like Rifa and all that things, like Rifa and Citra, nah, that traffic suck. It sucks ass, like terribly. But like as far as the pays and things, the pays, like I said before, if I didn't mention it, the pay's okay. It's just about the same check. You just get a few more dollars. All I'm getting is I'll just let y'all know that on the side note. I ain't gonna put it in the video, but the pay ain't that much. Lastly, the people that we work around, like I said before, it's the Marines, the Navy, but most of the Navy that's here is reservists, and maybe you get that one or two groups that's active duty. Most of the Marines is active duty, and then there's us, so there's the regular Army, which is me, active duty. Then there's the National Guard from whatever place they come from, and the reserves. So everybody's out here basically. And then, you know, nowadays, most deployments are about 9 months long. In the United States Army, I'm speaking for the Army only. Yes, there's other branches that do 6 to 9 months. We're not the Navy, and we're not the damn sure we're not the Air Force. I wish we would have had 6 months deployments, but you know what? It is what it is. We picked our branches for a reason. So, unfortunately for me, it's an 11-month deployment, not a 12-month deployment. And if it was a 12-month deployment, my unit's too cheap to pay for these senators. An interesting 8 months. It could have been a way better deployment if we actually did some things, make it more morale. But that's on my unit, and I don't feel like speaking about my unit like that. But besides all that, if I'm not missing anything, I think that's it. Just if you got questions or anything like that, just hit me up on the social media, or you can just write them down here in the comment box, the comment section. But besides all that, that's basically it. And yeah, I hope I have a great day. You know how to find me. Ask questions, and I give you all the answers. And have a great day.